I gave my sister my kidney after her body rejected our father's. I spent months in pain, missed work, and couldn't afford my medication. When I asked her for help covering my rent, she said, "I'm not a bank." You did it because you wanted to. The next week, I saw her on Instagram at a spa retreat in Bali. The caption read, "Healing from trauma, finally putting myself first." My name wasn't even in the comments. I'm 38 years old and live in Tacoma, Washington. I used to do construction full-time. I was the guy who showed up early, stayed late, and didn't call out unless something was broken or bleeding. I've always worked with my hands, stayed out of drama, and tried to do the right thing, even when it cost me. That's just how I was raised. My sister Nicole is 33. We were close as kids. I protected her from bullies, helped her with homework, even bailed her out when she totaled mom's car in high school. She was always the emotional one, always had some new crisis. But I kept showing up for her. Because that's what older brothers do, right? Our dad had kidney failure a few years back. It hit hard. Dialysis 3 times a week. He was losing weight, getting pale. Doctors said transplant or else. Nicole got tested first and was a match. She went through with the surgery, and we all thought it was going to save him. But her body rejected the kidney in a few weeks. It was bad. Emergency surgery, pain, complications. She called it a nightmare. She started talking about trauma, about needing therapy. I believed her. I never blamed her for what happened. It wasn't her fault. Dad never really recovered. He got worse and passed away that December. Nicole took it hard, or at least that's what she said. She stopped answering calls, stopped coming to family gatherings. Said she was processing grief and setting boundaries. She posted a lot of stuff online, quotes about healing, trauma, energy, things like that. I checked in on her now and then. Sent her money once or twice when she said she couldn't pay rent. Dropped off groceries when she said she was too depressed to leave the house. She'd go quiet for weeks, then post something like "Surround yourself with peace" on Instagram. Then, last year, she told me her kidneys were failing too. The doctor said it might have been from the drugs she took after the transplant. I remember sitting in my car after work, dirty, sweaty, tired, and she's crying on the phone, saying she didn't want to die. She said, "You're my only chance. I'm scared, please." I didn't hesitate. I got tested. I was a match. I told her yes. The surgery hurt like hell. They say you can live with one kidney, but they don't tell you how it feels when you're older and don't bounce back like you used to. I couldn't walk right for weeks. Couldn't sleep on my side. Going to the bathroom felt like being kicked in the gut. I missed so much work I got dropped from the job I was on. Had to go on unpaid leave. My pain meds weren't fully covered by insurance. I was rationing pills just to sleep. I lost 15 pounds. Nicole posted about the surgery like it was this beautiful moment. My brother saved my life. Forever grateful. Lots of people commented. You're both so strong. What an amazing family. She got hundreds of likes. After that post, she disappeared again. No calls. No check-ins. Nothing. I gave her time. I figured she was healing. But I was in bad shape. I had no money coming in. Rent was due. I hadn't paid my credit card minimums in 2 months. My fridge was half empty. I finally swallowed my pride and sent her a text. "Hey, I'm hurting financially. Any chance you can help with rent this month? Even a couple hundred would help." She left it on read for 24 hours. Then replied, "I'm not a bank." You did it because you wanted to. That's it. No, I'm sorry. No, I wish I could help. Just that. I stared at that message for a long time. I didn't reply. I didn't know what to say. I just sat there in my tiny apartment, with my side aching and my lights about to get shut off, and thought, she really thinks I did this for fun. A few days later, I saw her Instagram. She was in Bali. Spa retreat. Ocean view. Private massages. Daily yoga. Smiling in every picture. Her caption? Healing from trauma, finally putting myself first. I read that 3 times. She didn't mention me. She didn't thank me. Nothing. She tagged a yoga instructor, some influencer friend, and used hashtags like #healingjourney and #selflove. Someone commented, "You deserve this." Nicole replied, "After everything I've been through, I'm learning to let go of toxic energy." Toxic energy. That's what I was to her now. I didn't throw my phone. I didn't scream. I just sat there. And I started planning. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't text her again. I didn't comment on the post. I just watched. Over the next few weeks, I saw more from her trip. She went to some silent meditation retreat, posted selfies in flowing white robes, wrote long captions about detaching from old pain. One post had a picture of her holding a coconut with a straw and said, "Rebirth feels like this." Meanwhile, I was eating rice and eggs for dinner. I was behind on rent and close to losing my apartment. My buddy Travis let me crash on his couch for a few nights when I couldn't sleep because of the pain. My scar was still sore. I had no energy. I was still pissing fire. I told him everything. He was the first person I talked to about it. Travis just looked at me and said, "Dude, she used you." I didn't want to believe it. But I couldn't ignore it anymore. And here's the twist, Travis knew someone. His cousin Vanessa works in PR. She handles local influencers. People who make their money on brand deals, sponsored trips, that kind of thing. Turns out, Nicole had been building her little brand for years. She had over 30,000 followers. Her spa trip to Bali? Sponsored. The yoga retreat? Paid for by a wellness startup. Her posts about trauma and healing? All part of a campaign. She was making money. Real money. I saw red. So I asked Vanessa a simple question: if someone like my sister lied about their trauma for brand deals, would that be a problem for her sponsors? Vanessa smiled. Depends, she said. What kind of lie are we talking about? So I told her. Everything. The kidney. The rent. The ghosting. The fact that Nicole never paid a single medical bill. That she told me to my face she wasn't a bank. That she posted about healing from trauma while I couldn't afford groceries. Vanessa took notes. She asked if I had screenshots. I did. She asked if I had medical records showing the surgery and how I matched as a donor. I had that too. Then she asked the question that really changed things: do you mind if I pass this to a few people in the industry? I told her I didn't care. I wasn't trying to ruin my sister's life. But I wanted people to know the truth. So she did. And within days, it started. One of Nicole's posts got flooded with comments. Why didn't you help your brother with rent? Is it true you ghosted him after he gave you a kidney? You're healing? From what? Free organs? She turned off comments. Then someone made a TikTok about it. A real one. It got over 200,000 views in 2 days. It used her posts and overlaid them with my story. The influencer who took her brother's kidney and left him broke. She tried to play it off. Posted a new video crying in her car, talking about how people were attacking her during a vulnerable time. She never mentioned me by name, just said she was being harassed by toxic men. It didn't work. More people started digging. Someone found out she had 3 sponsors. One of them dropped her. Quietly, but it happened. The yoga retreat deleted her tag. A few of her influencer friends unfollowed her. She messaged me the next week. Are you telling people lies about me? I didn't reply. She sent another. You're ruining my life. This is harassment. I still didn't reply. But I saved the messages. Because I wasn't done yet. A few days later, I got a call from our mom. Did you start something online? She asked, sounding nervous. I told her the truth. I didn't lie. I gave her my kidney. She let me suffer while she went to Bali and made money off my pain. All I did was tell the truth. She didn't say anything at first. Then she sighed. Nicole's saying she's being stalked. She says she's afraid for her safety. I almost laughed. She wasn't afraid when she was posting from a resort. Now she's scared because people finally see who she really is? Mom hung up. She didn't call back. Later that week, Nicole posted a long Instagram story. Not a grid post, just stories, probably hoping fewer people would screenshot it. She said she was being bullied by people with a personal vendetta. That someone she trusted was trying to weaponize a personal medical decision against her. And then she dropped this. Giving someone an organ does not mean they own you. That's when I realized she wasn't just lying. She was flipping the story. Painting herself as a victim of medical coercion. Saying she felt pressured into accepting the transplant and was now being punished for her boundaries. She didn't name me. But it didn't matter. Everyone knew. And then came the worst part. She filed a harassment claim against me. With the police. I got a visit from 2 officers. Nothing serious? They said it wasn't criminal, just a report. But still. She told them I was stalking her online. That I was mobilizing strangers to attack her. I showed them the text she sent. The post-surgery medical records. The bank records showing the money I sent her. I told them everything. One of the officers just looked tired and said, "This sounds like family drama. We'll note it, but don't contact her." Wasn't planning on it, I said. But that wasn't the twist. Not the real one. The real twist came the next morning, when I got a message request on Facebook. It was from a woman named Erin. She said, "You don't know me, but I used to be friends with your sister. I have something you should probably see." I clicked the video. It was from over a year ago, well before the transplant. Nicole was at a party. Drunk. Laughing. She said, loud and clear, "If I play my cards right, I won't ever have to work again. My brother would do anything for me. Even give me a kidney." Then she laughed. And someone else said, "You serious?" She answered, "I already looked into it. We're the same blood type. He'd do it. He's that type. Guilt and family loyalty. Easy." The video ended there. I watched it 3 times. She planned it. She ing planned it. Everything I'd been struggling with, the pain, the money, the betrayal, it wasn't just selfishness. It was a setup. When I saw that video of her bragging, laughing, about using me, I felt something snap. This wasn't just selfishness. This was calculated. She used me like a spare part. She knew I'd say yes. And she knew she'd never pay me back. She even made fun of it. I sent the video to Vanessa, the PR rep. She went quiet for a bit, then sent me a message, "This is nuclear. You sure you're ready for this?" I was. She forwarded the video to a journalist she knew who worked a local human interest beat. Young guy, hungry for clicks, and smart enough to know how to walk the legal line. Within a week, a story dropped online, wellness influencer accused of manipulating brother into donating kidney, then abandoning him. It had screenshots of her texts, her Bali posts, my medical paperwork, and a blurred version of the party video, just enough to protect the source but clear enough to hear her words. They even pulled old posts where she wrote about reclaiming her body and finally living for herself. The story blew up. First, the influencers started dropping her. Fast. Brand after brand quietly pulled her name from their pages. That wellness retreat in Arizona? Cancelled her appearance. She was supposed to speak on a panel about resilience. Gone. People unfollowed her in droves. Comments got turned off across all platforms. Then accounts started vanishing. She went private. Then came the second wave, real news. A Seattle radio station picked it up. Then a segment on King 5. The headline was brutal. Local woman loses sponsors after accusations of exploiting organ donor brother. I stayed quiet. Let the story breathe. I didn't post. I didn't message her. But she messaged me. At 2 a.m. Why are you doing this? You're destroying me. No apology. No ownership. Just panic. Then she sent another, you were supposed to be my brother. You just want to ruin me. I finally replied. You ruined yourself the moment you turned my pain into profit. She didn't answer. A week later, I got a call from a number I didn't know. It was her manager, or what used to be her manager. She told me Nicole was considering legal action. I laughed. For what? Giving her a kidney? Click. She didn't sue. She couldn't. What could she say? I'm suing the man who gave me a functioning organ because he told the truth. It would never hold. The fallout kept coming. Her apartment? Rented with brand money, gone. She moved back in with mom. I know because mom called me and asked if I could let it go now. I told her I already had. Letting the world see her for who she really was? That was enough. But I didn't come out clean either. I lost time. I lost health. I still walk stiff. I still get tired faster than I used to. And there's still a part of me that hates how much I wanted her to love me for what I gave. That's on me. I gave without limits. I didn't ask for boundaries. I thought family meant loyalty, no matter what. But love without limits? That's not love. That's fuel for people like her. So I've got new limits now. She lost her platform. I lost my illusions. And the kidney? She's still got it. But it came with a price.